not a huge fan of social media because I do think that social media helps too much with everybody becoming an artist. The ease in becoming an artist is just like you can just go viral even if you're not an artist. I'm coming from back in the day where you really had to have a passion for music to even have a chance to be in it. Now it just seems as if it's so easy. You can just get up and say, yo, I feel like just doing music, and boom, you get a hit record just because you know how to hashtag right or you know what time to post. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of messing up the whole standard of music a bit. But I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for social media. I met Block online. I met Block when I literally was like, you know, I'm done. I need to leave. You know, when you feel like I was in Jamaica feeling at this point like I've always wanted to do what like Rihanna is doing, what Beyonce is doing. But Jamaica, I've done it. I did it for 10 years. So I'm like, I'm maxed out. You know, I need to do something bigger and better. I need to create my own sound. All these visions I'm doing now, I had them. You understand? So for me to say, I was kind of frustrated. And at that time, I wanted to move to Atlanta because every time I heard a record, and I'm like, who produced this? Who wrote this? They were in Atlanta. So I'm like, I need to move to Atlanta then. And I had an aunt at the time that lived there. So I was like, you know what? I need to make a move. It wasn't until, literally when I decided Atlanta, the next morning I woke up, I was about to take a shower and his assistant followed me online. And I didn't really know too much. I just saw Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm like, that's crazy. I just decided I wanted to move there last night. Finally, 2 weeks later, kind of forgot about it. And then he followed me. Block followed me on Twitter. And I'm like, are you the same person that does your Block Atlanta? Because his personal name is different on it. He's like, yeah, that's me. He's like, send me some pictures and I sent him some stuff, some songs. And he's like, you know I'm in Atlanta, right? I'm like, you know I want to move to Atlanta, right? So I literally was up there in a month and just been working with Block ever since. I turned into the first lady of Block ENT. And everything just snowballed. And then the hookup now with Ross, you know, they started, since everything is digital now, it made sense to also create kind of a sister company from MMG to MMG Digital. And I'm the first artist off of that. You know, everybody now is caught up in numbers. You have good artists over here that don't have much numbers but won't be considered because their numbers not high. And you have people that, wait, what do? You hosting shows, you got 1 million followers and you just a model, but I'm over here as a dope artist and probably don't have nowhere near as you. So it doesn't really add up to me. So there's a pro and there's a con, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here. So I just got to use it to my advantage, but there's definitely a bad side to that.
For a year, it took me a long time to like want to make music again. It just fucking took everything from me, but it also taught me to reach deeper. And so that fuck this shit moment became, this is why it's all worth it.
So yo, she pulled my man's pants down, started getting him hit in the back of the fucking club in the VIP session, no lie, on everything. we like, yo.
Like you can see by the stuff that they're doing, they just play a big part in my decisions as being an artist, because they tell stories and I got a story to tell. They just motivate me and let me know like I can do it.
When it comes to being faithful, I think that's when you take a vow of like marriage. That's when it becomes like really serious. But relationships before that, I feel like that's practice. And if you're really serious about that relationship, then you'll be faithful.